Hi everybody, my name is Gabby Turner. Welcome to this video reading. We're going to be talking about forgiveness today, and it's interesting, I made these 3 stacks a few days ago and then I just haven't gotten around to doing the actual reading. And when I made these stacks I had a different idea in mind for what this was going to be about. I think it was about just abundance or something, but I couldn't remember exactly what I had in mind, so I pulled an oracle card to ask my guides, what should be the focus of this reading, and I pulled this Master Jesus Forgiveness card from the Keepers of the Light deck. So there is some sort of message here in these readings about forgiveness, and we will find out together what those messages are. So as you can see before you, you have 3 reading options. If you feel called to watch more than one of these options, that is perfectly acceptable, especially with this type of reading, because this is more of like an uplifting, spiritually based, healing type of reading. So, I mean, the more healing we can get, the better, right? So I feel like I really get the sense that your guides and angels want to come forward to sort of like wrap their arms or their angel wings around you and just hold you in love and comfort, and to know that you're safe and that you're okay. I feel like that's part of what's going to be coming through in these messages. So get in touch with your intuition in whatever way works best for you. I'll take this off of the phrase if the little phrase on the card helps you out. I just realized I was blocking that. So take a moment here. If you're not watching in high definition, you might want to switch over to that. You'd probably have a better viewing experience. And just use the timestamps in the description box below to go to your reading. And I'll see you there. All right, welcome to everyone who chose reading number 1. Which was the Butterfly Maiden Transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So, of course, all of us collectively are going through a lot of changes right now at the moment. But you're being reminded that, and you may be going through your own personal changes, separate from the world changes that we're seeing right now. But either way, you're being reminded and comforted about that. So maybe this has been a difficult process for you. Change is difficult for most people, but they're trying to remind you of, your guides and angels are trying to remind you of the good to come. So if you haven't seen that good, if you're not seeing the silver lining on the horizon yet, they want to remind you of that. And of course, we have butterfly imagery here, and it's the Butterfly Maiden. So I want to talk about, butterflies are symbolic of the fact that change is very difficult. When the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, if you watched enough of my readings, you've probably heard me say this at some point, but it bears repeating, because the caterpillar, it goes into the cocoon. Does it know what it's going to experience in that cocoon? Because it's almost like it's going into a coffin. It's going through a death experience. The form of the caterpillar is changing and evolving in such a way that the caterpillar is not, by the time it's gone through this evolutionary process, it is not the same being that it was before, and at the same time it is the same being. But for your whole selfhood to dissolve and transform, that's got to be a very painful process. It's a death and a rebirth process, but at some point the caterpillar has turned into the butterfly, and it is ready to leave the cocoon. And when it does, it realizes, oh, I can fly. I didn't know that I could fly. All these difficult changes that I've been through were leading me to this moment of being able to do something, to experience life in a new way, to see life in a perspective that I never could have gotten to before if I hadn't gone through this transformative process. What else do we have? From the Adinkra Oracle cards, we have Ladder of Death. Again, transformation. Woo, a symbol of the certainty and universality of death. This card depicts death of a situation, changes on the horizon, something needs to end for the new beginning. So it's kind of like a confirmation of what we've already been saying here, which is just reminding you that this change process that you're going through is just a necessary aspect of your life. And your guides want to tell you that they're admiring you for your bravery. They also feel like you are listening. You are looking for the signs and symbols, the messages. You are tuned into your intuition. So yeah, they're trying to reach out and give you guidance, and they're saying from your end of it, you're doing a great job with that communication. You're being a very good listener. You are understanding why these changes are difficult. I mean, they want to keep reminding you to give you that comfort and reassurance. But they're also just so, your guides and angels are so impressed with your bravery and the way that you've had such a higher level understanding of these difficult changes you've been going through. From the Sherlock Holmes playing deck, we have the 10 of Spades, which is like the 10 of Swords, I believe. I have taken to living by my wits. The adventure of the Musgrave ritual. Yeah, so maybe you're having to live by your wits right now just to survive this change process. The 10 of Swords, again, is like a death and rebirth card. You know, it's normally the 10 of Swords in a tarot deck shows someone on the ground with 10 swords in their back. It's symbolizing when things have gotten so bad that they can only get better from here. It's darkest before the dawn, that type of thing. So your guides are very much in admiration of your ability to handle this very difficult change process. And you have been, like I said, you've been very in touch with your clarity. Your understanding of this situation is part of what is allowing it to be as beautiful and as positive as an experience as it can be. I mean, there's definitely a lot of pain here, painful endings. But you really are having so much strength in terms of your approach and your understanding of this. Oh, release your ex and then flirt reversed. For some of you, this might be that part of the death process. I feel like it's more than this. I feel like there's kind of a lot of change going on in your life, in various areas of your life. But I'd put these Romance Angels cards in all of the stacks, and I forgot that. But yeah, I mean, maybe part of what is ending is either a relationship, or you're just getting over someone that you'd never gotten over before, you know, getting better closure, which is like a death. You know, you're more fully releasing someone who you realize you're not going to be able to have this kind of lighthearted energy with. Maybe you wanted to have that flirtatious experience with them or keep having that, but you're realizing that that's not possible. You're letting that go. It's taken bravery and courage to do that because it's been quite difficult for you. I feel like your guides are saying that this would be a good time to do some research and education regarding your career. We have a message, a blessing to bring clarity, and also this talks about clarity. So you've done a great job of releasing a person or situation related to your love life. And I think your guides are saying, you know, this might be a good time just to kind of focus on bringing about greater achievement in your career life. And there's some sort of reading, research, or education that your guides would suggest you to be involved with that would really support that. And also, I just feel like it would bring you a lot of serenity. If your energy is still feeling a little bit high-strung by all of these difficult emotional changes, you know, just focusing on learning something new about your career or something like that would bring you back to a calmer state of energy. Wow, your intuition is very strong right now. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. So you're also being reminded that right now, your clarity about your life is very strong. So whatever you're thinking you should be doing with your life, you are correct. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't also research further, you know, to figure out the technicalities of things, but your general intuition about where you're meant to be going in life is very, very strong. So your guides want you to continue to listen to that intuition, because you're doing a very great job of it right now. Let's see if there are any. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. I think your intuition is strong not only about your career, but the Ten of Pentacles is sort of, you know, the ultimate fulfillment in both family and career, the public life and the personal life, when those two areas are both very strong and working, when you have good work-life balance as well. Your intuition about where you're headed in both of these areas of your life is strong. So you're seeing a very positive outcome. Your guides are very glad that your intuition is allowing you to see that positive outcome. Even if you don't necessarily know all of the details, you're seeing enough of it that you can continue to take steps forward. Oh my God. And we have the Ten of Cups. Yeah. You're being led to a greater level of security and happiness than you've ever had before. Your intuition is guiding you correctly. Whatever it is that you've recently released that was so good for you. It may have been difficult, but oh my God, it was so, so good for you. And your guides are so proud of you for doing that. It's going to lead you to some sort of greater interpersonal support, like maybe better friendships, or just the Three of Cups can also indicate like a reunion with someone. Positive changes are on the horizon regarding your social life. And you might be surprised at how these come in. This is the Tower card, but this is a little bit less of a difficult energy than most Tower cards. Like even this little squirrel here, we have butterflies again, so there's that. But even this little squirrel here is like, it's okay because I'm prepared, you know. I feel like you're getting a better social life in some way, and that's strengthening you so that, you know, we're always going to have moments when unexpected things happen, but it's like you're strengthened right now. You're making choices and opportunities are coming into your life that are allowing you to be strengthened so that you can handle any further difficult experiences you might have in the future. You're becoming stronger. You're getting closer to the happiness that perhaps you've always been seeking. You're finding it. You're seeing where that happiness is. I also feel like you're going to have some profound experiences here, because I'm using the Ace of Cups to clarify the Tower. As your social life opens up more, your heart is going to be opening up more in ways that are unexpected, I feel like. And you're just going to feel more seen and more appreciated, more acknowledged than you ever have before. Wow, I feel like a lot of vitality coming in for you, like a new life, new vitality, new energy. Again, that butterfly imagery is so strong right now. If you're someone who likes to work with spirit animals, then I would say the butterfly would be an excellent spirit animal for you to work with. So you might want to just surround yourself with butterfly imagery. Watch videos of butterflies. Go to a butterfly garden if you have access to one of those. You know, or use your intuition just to connect with and ask for further guidance from the butterfly. But yeah, this is a really beautiful reading. I see your life shifting in such a wonderful, positive way. Although you've likely gone through some really, really tumultuous moments of upheaval that have been quite difficult. But you've been very brave, you know. You've been so brave. You've been so strong. And you're going in the right direction. Your guides are just very proud of you. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Hello to everybody who chose reading number 2, Cordelia, go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. So this could be a message from your guides and angels that literally you need to be more connected to nature It also can just be about like, you know, getting outside of your current situation, like maybe be able or willing to experience life differently in some way. We'll see what else comes up here. From the Adinkra Oracle, we have God won't die for me to die, a symbol of the immortality of man's soul. It's a positive card showing soulful connection with spirit. You are protected and blessed. Your angel guides and spirit guides are surrounding you. So just again, like I got, you know, like I said in the intro, I felt like this was partly going to be about your guides comforting you. You know, when we talked about forgiveness, this isn't just about like, oh, you need to forgive so-and-so. It might be just like you having more compassion even for yourself. And just being reassured that your guides are around you and supporting you. From the Sherlock Holmes playing card deck, we have the 9 of Wands, 9 of Clubs. I am a brain, Watson. The rest of me is a mere appendix. The Adventure of Mazarin Stone. So the 9 of Wands is about someone who has gone through a lot of difficult experiences. And I feel like your guides are thinking that you have used your mind to help you get through those difficult experiences. You've been thinking very well, or your perspective has been very strong. Your ability to problem solve maybe has been very strong. If you ever need someone to talk to, just let me know. Okay, so they're also reminding you, like, yeah, you're very maybe logical or left-brained or something like that, but they want you to say also you can reach out in prayer. You know, you can talk to us. You don't have to do everything alone. We are here. That's a double reminder, because that's what this was saying. Your angel guides and spirit guides are surrounding you. If you need someone to talk to, just let me know. They want you to be very aware that they're available to you. I appreciate your honesty. Yeah, maybe you disagree sometimes with your guides or angels, or you disagree with certain spiritual ideas or something like that, but they're saying, listen, you don't have to always agree with us. You're allowed to have your own mind about things. That's totally okay. But also know that we're here to support you. A blessing on a new venture. Yeah, there's something that's going to be new, but you have to let go a little bit about what's been confining you in life in order to embark on that new adventure as well. Okay, we have deception reversed and new love. One of the things that might be new for you is something new happening in your love life. And maybe you're letting go of people who have been deceptive to you, or a particular person that's been deceptive. You may have been fooled into thinking that a certain situation with someone was better than what it was. And it's like you're seeing clearly now, and that's allowing you to be open to new love. Yeah, I think you're free. This is kind of going along a little bit with reading number 1. So you might watch that one as well if you feel called to. But yeah, you're free to do what you choose. This card as well reminds me of Sagittarius because of the bow and arrow, which is a very freedom-oriented zodiac sign. So yeah, you're like free right now in all ways. You're free to do whatever you want. Your guides and angels want you to know that, you know. They can't tell you what you should do, and they don't want to. They want you to be making your own decisions. So if you're thinking that you have to do this or that because it's spiritually what is required of you, they're saying no, absolutely not. Embrace freedom. That is wonderful. It's wonderful for you to do that. They want to remind you as well of your own goddess energy. Honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. Yeah. Your guides and angels love every part of you. There's nothing about you that they don't love. If you're if you're someone who's very freedom oriented and you have to do things your own way in order to be happy, even if that means going against what you think your guides are telling you to do, they're like, that's great, congratulations, because you know what? That's what life is all about. You're here on earth to live your own life. You're not here for your guides to live your life. They're always available to support you, and they don't want you to forget that they're available for support, but they're saying we're not trying to dictate to your life. And so if you think that that's what spirituality means, if you think that that's what connecting to divine support means, then they're saying, no, we don't want to tell you what to do with your life. We want you to be making the decisions. But we also want you to know that we're here to support you if you need support. Yeah, I mean, I think you do perhaps have a little bit of a closed off energy as it relates maybe to your connection to your spirit guides. And this way, this feels a bit different from reading number 1. You could also be a little bit, you're open to new love, but also closed off at the same time. Either way, your guides are saying, we're not judging you, like if you want to hold back, if you don't always want to reach out to us for support, that is okay. We just want you to be reminded that that is available to you. But find your strength, however it is that suits you, they're saying. They also don't want you to worry. If you're worried that you're doing something wrong or that you're being judged or something, in a spiritual sense, that you're being found lacking or something, that is not the case. You're not being judged. You're not a bad person. Don't be worried about that. You are going through a time when you're understanding yourself better right now. You're understanding your own divinity more clearly. You are both, an inhabitant of the earth, but you are cosmic at the same time. You are both. You are a goddess, but you're also a human. You're understanding the power of both of those aspects of who you are. It's funny, all 4 of these have people with their eyes closed. Except for this, her eyes are open here, and this part of her that's ascending, but this is reversed. Even on this new love card, the eyes are closed. You're learning to see who you truly are, to see your own divinity in a sense, so that you don't have to maybe feel resentful that maybe you think that God or the angels or whatever want you to do or live your life in a certain way. They want you to see that you actually have power over your own choices, power over your own life, and that it's okay for you to embrace that. You don't have to just do what someone else tells you to do. That's not what spirituality is. It is kind of what religion is, but spirituality and religion are not the same thing. Sometimes people can have both, but they're different approaches. Spirituality isn't about telling you what you have to do. Your divine helpers will give you guidance, but they're not here to tell you how to live your life. That's your own soul's journey. And it's your choice how you want to approach that journey. They're like, we can be here to help you carry some of the weight of this journey if you'd like. But if you want to do it all on your own, that's also a possibility. So that's kind of the message that I'm getting most from this reading, really, is that you're free to do whatever you want with your life. But remember that we're here for you. So guys, I really hope that this was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Welcome to everybody who chose reading number 3. You chose Yamanya, Golden Opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. So we'll see more about what that means. I feel like opportunities have been coming up in all of the readings so far. From the Adinkra Oracle, we have ram's horn, maybe, a symbol of strength and humility. Strength predicts the triumphant conclusion to a major life problem, situation, or temptation through strength of character. It is a very happy card if you are fighting illness or recovering from energy. So the opportunity that's coming to you is coming in because you are maybe finally getting beyond a difficult situation. And the reason you've been able to do that is because of your own strength of character. We also have, from the Sherlock Holmes playing card deck, the Jack of Spades, which is like the Page of Wands. To a great mind, nothing is little, remarked Holmes sententiously. I feel like you're just observing all of the details. You're very curious. You're very adventurous. You're really looking, in terms of new opportunities, I think you're already on the lookout for a new opportunity. You're already kind of seeing that a new adventure of some type is on the horizon for you. You've changed my life. Maybe you're seeing an opportunity to change someone's life, to use your life as leverage to change the world for the better or something like that. I love that I can truly be myself to you. Maybe you're seeing an opportunity to really make an impact on someone's life. Someone really feels like they can be their self to you. Who is this person? Why is this message coming through? There's someone who really just feels like your love for them makes them feel very safe and at home, at peace. And maybe that is somehow related to this opportunity, or maybe it's not. I don't know. I think this is it's separate from this opportunity that we're talking about. It's more just, maybe, this reading is supposed to be about forgiveness, which is, I feel like the topic of forgiveness is much larger than what we think. When you read the full message of this from the Oracle deck, it's really a lot about self-forgiveness and self-compassion. It could be that your guides just want to remind you of what a positive impact you've already made in someone's life, or more than one person's life probably. But there's someone in particular who just feels so safe and at home with you because they feel like they can be authentic with you, they can be vulnerable, and they're safe to just be who they are. So your guides just want you to know that you've had such an impact. A blessing for your support. Your guides are also there just to support you along the way in your journey. There's some sort of success that's definitely an opportunity for really great success is coming, a triumphant conclusion to a major life problem. You're about to win some battle that you've been through, some difficult situation that you've been through. You're about to come to the end of it in a triumphant way. In terms of your love life, we have make the effort and let go of control issues. I feel like for you, part of making the effort in your love life right now is just allowing the situation to unfold naturally. Sometimes we think making the effort means being active in some way. With these two cards coming up next to each other, it's like the best way that you can make an effort in your love life is just to kind of let go of it. Not try to control or force something to happen. She's facing towards the romantic cards though, so I think that, you do need to make a decision right now about your love life based on your heart's true desires. Maybe you have multiple possibilities right now in terms of how you could proceed in your love life, but there's something that has to be decided. There might be some opposition to what you are thinking is about to happen in your love life. Like she's in this almost like a crystal ball. So I feel like you you have kind of an intuitive knowing of what's maybe going to be happening in your love life, like what the future holds for you, but you might be thinking that there's opposition to it. Something good is going to happen to you in your love life. You're aware of it. You feel peaceful about it for the most part. But you also know that when this good thing happens, some people might be opposed to it. But you have to make the decision. Is it worth having the world, but having some people oppose it? Or would you rather not have the world and not have to deal with people opposing you? I feel like the world is trying to come to you in your love life. The world, so to speak, like all that you've ever wanted in your love life, it's trying to emerge in your life for you. You might be, the decision that has to be made, I think, is, do I want to accept the fact that there are going to be some haters or some people who try to, or some people who just don't like it maybe? I can have the world with the associated problems attached to it, or I could just have nothing and be alone and not have to deal with anyone being unhappy about who I end up with or whatever. Yeah, you have to, I think your guides are just saying take time to think about it, if you're not sure what your decision is. But the world is being offered to you in some way, but you don't have to force it. You just have to allow it. Allow it to unfold naturally. The world is being presented to you, and when it is presented, be prepared to make your decision. What do you want? Possibility. Raise your standards. Elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential. Again, don't let your potential for happiness be undermined by the fact that some people might be jealous of it or otherwise have a problem with it. What is this opposition? What is that about? Yeah, the Lover's reverse. Some people don't want you to be with this person, but there's a person who you could have the world with. And just because some people might not like it, I mean, is that going to be, is that going to keep you from fulfilling your potential? Raise your standards. Is this what your standard is? That you're just going to sit next to the window and watch the world go by because you don't want to face any opposition? What is your standard for yourself and what you deserve? Do you feel that you're not worthy of the type of love that this relationship could bring you? Like, I need to get you all some further guidance about, people being opposed to you. We have the Star reversed. Again, it's like all your hopes and wishes are within your reach now, or they're coming closer to being within your reach. The world, the Empress, but she has a world in her stomach. There's so much possibility here. It should be an exciting time. They're saying sometimes you have to, I feel like there are people who you love and who you care about who for some reason would be opposed to you being with this person who would be so good for you and bring you a love that you so deserve. Sometimes you have to be strong enough to risk hurting someone else. And I don't know, I thought we would get more information about why these people don't like this or why this would hurt them in some way. Maybe you'll know what that reason is already. But sometimes you have to be strong enough to give a little bit of tough love, You love these people, you don't want to hurt them. But you're also not a doormat. You deserve a good life for yourself. And if you choosing to be in a loving relationship somehow keeps someone else from having their happiness, for one thing, I don't think that's possible. Maybe they think that you're stealing their happiness in some way, but they're limiting their own possibilities if that's the mentality that they want to get stuck in. The truth is, when two people come together, inevitably there will be people who are hurt by that, because they might have wanted to be with you, or they might have wanted to be with this other person, and now it hurts their feelings, or maybe there's some other reason why people are opposed to this. I don't think that you're trying to hurt anyone's feelings. If you're opened up to having a relationship with this person who would love you so well, then I think, it's your decision, but why would you not want to accept that? I don't know, I just feel like there's something else missing, like some message that would help you to understand this better. They're just saying sometimes it is a burden to embrace your own happiness and joy. Sometimes it is a burden. I think for you it's a burden because you care so much about other people's feelings and you don't want anyone else to be hurt. But you have to be willing to make the most of your life, Like I don't feel that you're doing anything wrong. Some people might get their feelings hurt, but it's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's just because people have feelings, because we're human. We all have feelings. If you're just always afraid of stepping on any toes, how can you be in the dance of life? Like your guides are saying, be involved in the dance and the vitality of life. You might accidentally step on someone's foot, but you didn't mean to. You're not going around purposefully stomping on people's feet. You're just trying to be in the dance of life. So allow yourself to have that. You deserve that. And if it's difficult for you to put yourself first in this way, then just go about it slowly. You don't have to rush into that new way of living where you can actually just embrace your own joy. Like, go slow. This doesn't have to be a mindset that you take on all at once. Because I feel the energy of you guys who chose number 3. You're probably people who are more self-sacrificing than the average person. It might be hard for you to believe, but most people don't have this level of reservation when they know that they have an opportunity to be loved and appreciated and cared for, and they know that they're not doing anything wrong and allowing that. Most people are not going to be so held back by the fact that someone's feelings might be hurt in the process. Like most people are willing to put themselves first a bit more than I sense you guys are. So just, be willing to embrace this opportunity, or just be willing to think about it a little bit differently. And then we have the World card coming up. Remember what is available to you. If it's the world, if this is your highest good, again, the highest good for you is the highest good for everyone. And the highest good for everyone is also the highest good for you. So even if someone gets their feelings hurt about this temporarily, ultimately, their pain may lead them to their own world, their own highest good. That may be just part of the journey that they need to get there themselves. Now, I guarantee that you guys watching this have also been through pain in your lives, and that's not fun to experience. But you also may have needed to experience those moments in pain in order to get to this moment where you have the opportunity to decide, do I want to accept the world because the world is what is being offered? And this is for the highest good. It is for the highest good for you to be joyful and happy. That is for the highest good of all. All right, so that was a really interesting and I hope meaningful for you and helpful for you message. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.